So, where were we? We were actually in Montenegro. Immediately after crossing the border, we visited a monastery which was very close to our trail, and there was a monastery with 2 monks. We participated like a few minutes to the service and they were really sweet. We interacted a bit after.
I think it's called Monastery Sagrade.
Yeah. It's Sagrade, exactly, and they were even trying to give us food, and they presented us a bit the view, and we had the chance to interact a bit with the people around. It was very lovely.
Yeah, the first encounter with people in Montenegro was really nice, and then also the nature really welcomed us with just beautiful mountain views. And the next day we met even more nice people, because we found on the side of the road a little lamb that was already pretty weak and very alone. It was just lost. It was too young to get by itself, so it was screaming a bit, it needed help, and then I took it and it immediately stopped screaming, and it also didn't try to run away, so we knew we had to help it. Then we went back to find the owners, and we went a bit back where we last saw houses, and there were people already in the bushes, and they were actually searching for the lamb, and they were really happy to have their sweet lamb back, and they were behaving very, very sweet with us. They wanted to invite us for food and drinks, and they just kept giving us more bread. And
we also drank some alcohol together, like little shots. We had the chance to eat a tiny bit together and to interact with body language, like little English. Yeah, it was really sweet.
And then in the end they hugged us, they gave us even more food to go, and yeah, so far Montenegro has really treated us well. It's a very famous national park. There were a lot of tourists going through it, and it was very accessible for us because it was also asphalt road. It was called the Durmitor National Park. We slept very high up at 1,800 meters.
Yeah. It was a paved road for the climb. The down part was we've done it on trails. This is the second time when we see this national park. We have been biking there with a gravel bike, so the landscape is very familiar to us. It's still very impressive because the wind just carved the mountains in really crazy shapes. So yeah.
But last time we went the other way around.
Yeah.
So now we saw it in a different direction.
Exactly.
Had one half of more rain day. The rain is our biggest enemy. This is the only thing that can really kind of stop us right now from continuing. But now the weather has changed and we hope that it will remain a bit more stable from now on.
In this biking trip, basically we are also changing plans a lot on the way. We realize that we need to adjust a bit on the trails, on the weather conditions, on our fitness level, on the supplies we're having and everything, and what basically we want to see, because that's the most important thing. If we see the landscapes around amazing and we see like a little national park or really beautiful mountains, we can decide spontaneously to choose different trails and roads. And if we don't like where we're riding, if we're riding a lot through the forest or through bushes, we kind of decide to change a bit the trail we're riding. I mean, initially we wanted to stick to Trans Balkan Race, which probably just started a few days ago, but we realized that that is not always spectacular to us, and we want to still explore landscapes that give us joy.
Yeah, because the point of the Trans Balkan Race is just to stick off-road all the time, no matter what. And sometimes in beautiful landscapes that makes sense for us, because then you want to be inside and you want to enjoy and take everything in. But sometimes when you're going through landscapes that are not as spectacular, we just choose to go through them fast, which means we take a road instead of going across all the little trails that just kill time and they're not fun and you don't see anything. And yeah, I think this is how we're doing it now.
I think the roads and the trails we're taking still are marked as for hiking or very scenic paths that you can see very beautiful landscapes. So I think it's basically meant to be for hiking. But it's basically they are more accessible for riding, which we are thankful for.
Exactly, and our bikes are of course very capable for off-road, because this is what we've prepared for.
Yesterday we visited on our path another little monastery that was a nun monastery this time. We saw at least 2 nuns over there, and that was a very, very old monastery. And I think we just like how accessible churches and monasteries are here in Montenegro.
Yeah, and they're so peaceful, always very peaceful places. It's kind of a nice, how do you say, Abwechslung. Like, we just take a little, when they come and we see them, we take a little break, and it's for us very nice to go there, and the people are there very welcoming and sweet, and
yeah, we realized in the countryside that people are also very sweet here in Montenegro. Like, the shepherds are always greeting us, and they're very happy to see us. And yeah, I think Montenegro is very nice. We highly recommend Montenegro as well for visiting, for hiking, for camping, biking. Yeah. I think in Montenegro we slept almost every night with very, very beautiful landscapes. Like,
so far every night. We've had 3 nights, and they were all very nice views. We're now going towards Kolashin, and from this town on we will decide how to cross into Albania. One option was to go through Kosovo, but we have different options, and we will take one of them.
continued from Kolasin towards Albania, around the national parks Komoot and Prokletje, and if you are interested, you can find the link of the tour in the description below. We are now headed towards the border with Albania on a deserted road, which makes us a bit nervous because we are not familiar with Albania as a country and culture.
Our trouble started in Albania indeed, but not for reasons you might think. But this is a topic for the next video. See you there!